Hey, it's Clay Trader, and this will be a video chart on ticker symbol DOLV. We will take a look at the 30-minute time frame. Real quick, what do I mean by 30-minute in case maybe you're new to charts? Instead of each one of these candlesticks here representing 1 day's worth of price action, which is what you would normally see, each one represents 30 minutes. So while this here may look like several days worth of time, it's actually just today's price action broken down into 30-minute time slices. I like through this time frame. I think does a good job of telling the quote-unquote story of the price, and then makes mapping out levels of support and resistance a bit easier to see. I've done this analysis quite a few times in the past. That's where these green lines are coming from, and I was not planning on doing this one at all today. And then the final 30 minutes happen. So again, each one of these represents 30 minutes. Why do I bring that up? Well, check out the final 30 minutes of the day. And if you're watching the stock, I'm sure you're well aware of it. Massive volume came in, and then a crazy, what we would call hammer candle, meaning at one point in time, the price was actually all the way down there. But the bulls did a good job of fighting, all the way back up there and getting almost back to break even during that final 30 minutes. So I would assume that some sort of news came out. I don't know. I'm just going strictly based on the chart and what the volume is telling me. But something happened, and that something created a whole lot of volume. And now, what does the market think about the volume, or what does the market think about this event that happened? Well, at this point, it's kind of neutral. It definitely started off bearish as the price went all the way down there, as I already illustrated. But then also, like I said, the price did fight back all the way up there. So is it bullish? Is it bearish? What does the market think about this event that happened? Right now, I'd give the edge to the bears just because the price is lower than where it was. But with the hammer candle that's formed, things could turn very quickly. So that's why it's teetering on neutral. But if I was forced into a corner, you got to go bearish just because of where the price closed relative to where it was. But a very interesting setup. So with that being said, I want to just do a little house cleaning here, get rid of this line here. Yeah, that still pertains, but from a presentation standpoint, I don't want to have a million lines everywhere that can cause clutter and confusion. So just want to try to keep this as clean as possible. But as far as levels of resistance are concerned, so in other words, if this is actually some sort of bullish event, well, then you're going to start to see power. So how can we define and quantify quote unquote power? Well, that's where these moving averages come into play, namely that purple line there, the 50-period simple moving average. Ever since the price has fallen below it, it's knocked down the price on a couple different occasions. So the first sign, again, of quote-unquote power would be not only breaking above that purple line, but then staying up above it. On the flip side, is this event actually bearish? Well, the easiest way to see whether or not it's actually bearish is in regard to this green line that I've talked about before down there at 0048. If the price just drifts down here and then breaks through there and keeps on drifting down, well, obviously at this point in time, or at that point in time, this event that happened today would have been ultimately bearish. So what does today's price action mean? I don't know, but the cool thing about charts is it gives us a couple levels where we can measure and kind of interpret the story of today's crazy price action in the final 30 minutes. So next week should be pretty interesting. One of the biggest questions that I get is, hey Clay, how do you find the stocks that you trade? So what I've done is put together a free resource guide where I talk about the tools that I use to locate stocks that I find interesting and think may have potential. So if that sounds like something that could add value to you as a trader, then click on the image that is up on the screen right now and I will email you the guide. The guide itself is very short and to the point, and best part, it's completely free. Thanks for watching the video. Let me know if you have any questions.